Hello there. We live in a world that's blessed with movies, television, radio, all kinds of media these days. And it all starts with this, the written word. My name is John Matsui. I'm the host of a new program called Between the Lines. But before I say any more, there's someone I'd like to introduce you to. It's my great pleasure to be sitting next to Ruth Ann Calhoun. Ruth Ann is the producer of the show, and she has a lot of exciting news to talk about what's coming up in the series and introducing not just the authors, but a number of other features coming up.
Yes, thank you. Well, our authors we're going to have on the show are Ming Few, Ruth Hay, Paul Kavanagh, Zoe York, and Ernie Brigginshaw. All of these people are London, Ontario authors. They're amazing authors. And we just figured it was time that London knew what amazing talent we have in this city.
Is it difficult to be a writer out of London, Ontario, to be able to talk to an international audience? Do they keep saying, oh, London, England?
I always have to say London, Ontario several times, but all my books start in London, Ontario, one way or another, even although they may venture to far-off places like Egypt. Anna Mason herself lives in London, Ontario, so it's easy for me to start from that point. And I always come back to London, Ontario, so I think that's of interest to people because not everyone lives in Canada. And even American readers have not complained of the fact that there's this strange place, London. And another confusion, perhaps, is that my latest series, 7 Days, has a large component of the story in London, England. So I have to be careful that I put little clues in about where you're actually reading now. That can be difficult. I don't really do romance, but there has to be some kind of connection with the other sex in a book. So I write what they term sweet romance. And Gwen is going to meet a number of gentlemen, but the question is, which one may capture her heart? Will she wish someone to capture her heart? There's a lot going on in this story.
When I decided that I might like to take it a little bit more seriously, I went to the Humber School for Writers, did a couple of their courses, and then did a couple of courses in screenwriting. And it was at that point that I felt that I kind of developed enough skills, but I still wasn't sure that I had the skills in order to write a book or get a short story published even. But that's when a competition came up in Great Britain called Little Idol, and as a result of that, I actually got a publishing deal. So, and it was fortunate for me at the time, because when the competition came up, I actually had what they required, which was 2-page story outline plus a 10,000 words of a manuscript. And that's what actually won me the competition.
Welcome back. I'm John Matsui with Between the Lines. We have Becky Young here, a.k.a. Zoe York, a.k.a. Ainsley Booth, London's best-selling novelist. She's amazing on Amazon, on the internet. Her books are going out like hotcakes. We have just a few of them here. She's got 4 different series of books. And How did you do it? How did you come from London, Ontario to be able to be a darling on the internet?
By accident, really, is the truth. My first book, What Once Was Perfect, I started writing while I was on maternity leave, and then I polished for quite a long time. Like a lot of writers, that first book takes forever because you don't know if it's good enough to publish, you don't know how to publish it, and so it wasn't until I found other writers on the internet through a message board called Romance Divas, romancedivas.com. Which is obviously specific to the romance genre, that I learned about not just traditional publishing methods, but self-publishing. And so all of my books are self-published. The first one I self-published on a lark because I had a full-time job, and writing doesn't actually get any easier. It's hard, and it's rewarding when it's done. Like I had a book released 2 days ago, and it was immensely rewarding to see people in their reviews react to the characters the way that I wrote them. They latched on to the favorite parts of the books that I wrote. Like I remember, like there are parts of the book where I cry as I'm writing it, or I laugh while I'm writing it, and I think, oh God, I hope that this resonates with readers, and it is very rewarding when it does resonate with them.
Thank you for joining us this week for Between the Lines. Please tune in next week. We have mystery writer Ernie Brigginshaw. He has an exciting story and tells some exciting stories. We hope we've inspired you to read local as well as read widely. Please follow us on social media, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And please tune in next week.